this is just my first time hearing that he's been in his bedroom. So that kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. Because I didn't know he took you into his bedroom to play the game.
Everything that he said, you have confirmed except that. That is right there, you don't recall.
I don't recall.
There's no way you can sit here and tell me you don't recall that. There's no way that he can tell me you can confirm everything that he said to me.
Yes, sir.
But when we get to that part, you don't recall.
I don't recall.
Tell me about the time when he was at your house smoking marijuana.
I don't recall that. I think I poured my glass. I did. But I told him don't drink. I did tell him that.
You didn't pour his glass?
No, I don't. Nope. I don't recall that.
Then we go that don't recall thing again.
I don't recall.
Did y'all buy pizza? Did you order pizza?
No. I don't remember that. I don't remember buying no pizza with him. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't recall rolling the blunt. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Everything that he mentioned
was true.
However, when we get to the marijuana portion, you don't recall that.
I don't, sir. I mean, my wife even told me that I have an issue with numerous stuff.
That's your wife. I'm not your wife.
Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't recall rolling the blunt. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, today's date is July 18th, 2019. The time is 3:29 p.m. in the Albany Police Department Assistant Chief's conference room is Lieutenant Bryant Leverett is present with, and you've given us permission to speak with him.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, let me just tell you a little bit about me. My job, one of my jobs, various jobs that I do is that I talk to children. I want you to relax. You're not in any trouble, okay? We got that out of the way, right? Okay. This is an in-house interview that we're looking at something administratively. You're not down on the second floor where the criminals and everybody interviews. I just want to get that out of the way, okay? So my job is to talk to children. Sometimes I talk to children younger than you, older than you. You are, is it what 12? Is it
14.
Oh, you 14. Okay. Thank you for correcting me. If I get something misconstrued or say something wrong like I just did, yes, it's okay to totally correct me, okay?
Yes, sir.
And with your mom's permission, open up. You can talk about anything you want to in this room, okay?
Yes, sir.
Don't feel uneasy about talking about anything. You have your mom's full support to talk. She's not going to be mad or anything like that at you, okay?
Yes, sir.
You got an idea what you want to be when you grow up? Well, you already grown up, but when you get an adult, what do you want to do?
Be a police officer.
You want to be a police officer? Okay. That's awesome, man.
I guess because I watch enough of it on TV.
Yeah. Sometimes I get tired of looking at it. You been living in Albany your whole life?
No, sir.
Okay. In school, I know you have a lot of rules, right?
Yes, sir.
You have, what's some of those rules you have to follow?
Dress code, no phones.
Yeah.
No bad language, no skipping, no hitting, no kicking, no disrespecting the teachers.
Okay.
No
Well,
firearms into the school.
Right. So you have like a bunch of rules.
Yes.
So in here, this is kind of how this works. Like I tell most of the kids, I'm kind of like, you know how you say with the fun parent or whatever.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to give you all those rules and things like the school give you, but I do have one important rule that I want you to adhere to. Can you guess what that one is? Everybody almost missed it. I'm going to see, can you guess it?
Listen at all times. Wait for your turn to speak.
Well, that's one, listen at all times. But the rule, one of the rules that I have in here that's very important, that's a must. I'll let you talk about or say whatever you want to say, as long as it's respectful. But the one rule that Mr. Bryant has, and that's what I want you to call me, Bryant, is that we talk about things that are only true. In other words, tell the truth in here. And it's going to sound like a crazy question because some people's meanings of what is the truth is different from others. When I say tell the truth, what do you think I'm saying?
Be honest.
Be honest. Okay, very good. So you're 14 and you know what being honest is. Can you promise to talk about things that are true, what we discussing here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, tell me, do you know why you're here?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay. All right. Well, we're conducting, Lieutenant Whitlock is conducting an administrative investigation. Do you know what an administrative investigation is?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay. Basically, an administrative investigation is an investigation that's centered around an organization's employees. Just like if you go to school, a principal might investigate a school teacher. Or just like here, they may investigate a police officer or secretary or whatever.
Yes, sir.
So that's what an administrative investigation is. Tell me what, without going deep into what did you learn when Lieutenant Whitlock made contact with you?
He said there was
Without going into the details.
Said they needed to talk to him about Officer Scott, and if I would come down here with him so they could have a word with him. They just want to know his story.
Okay. Thank you. Let me ask you this. Do you know Officer Scott?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Tell me, how do you know Officer Scott?
So one day, me and my mom had a dispute, it was kind of almost like a domestic violence against me and her, because I had to be held down, and my mom had called the police on me, so therefore I had walked out the house so she can have could I go outside and, chill. So when I go outside, when she said no, I went outside anyway, walked through the street to the Dollar General up the street from my house. And my auntie came and got me with my sister in the car. And we drove down there. We drove back to my house. And my auntie explained to her about the problem.
Okay. So the police was called because you had to be held down. Your mom called the police, and that's how you met Officer Scott?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you met him that night, what happened?
He just took me outside and just talked to me.
Okay. You remember his first name?
Craig.
Craig? Okay, Craig Scott. All right. He talked to you, and what else happened after that? Tell me more about that.
I mean, he was talking to me because my mom wanted me to go to, I forgot, it was a share house for juvenile.
Or YDC?
YDC.
Okay.
And he was like, he didn't want to take me because how I speak, everybody knows how I speak. I'm not from here. And so he was like, I don't want to take you there because, they bad. And he was telling me the routine there. So he was like, he didn't really want to take me. So he was talking about, he would come pick me up the day after that and hang out with me and, just take me to some places.
Okay. So Officer Scott told you that night while he was working in uniform that he would pick you up the next day and hang out with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did he, that day after, did he pick you up and hang out with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was he working or was he off work?
He was off work.
Okay. Do you remember what he was wearing?
He was wearing a blue sweatshirt.
Do you know what kind of car he was in?
Ford Explorer.
What color was it?
Black.
Okay. Was anybody with him?
No.
You said no. When was this?
This was months ago.
Months ago?
I initially met Officer Scott April. Back in, think about April. Because my son was defiant.
Okay. Well, we can track it down. But you said it was several months ago. He came in. You said that he came in. He picked you up. When he came to your all's house.
Yes, sir.
Was your mom there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You gave him permission to.
I gave him permission. He told me, he said, don't put him in YDC because they would tear him up. He said he's not ready for it. He said, I'll come over and mentor him.
What happened after that when you all left?
I mean, he took me to his house, and he said he had to get a shower before we went. But the thing about that was we never went anywhere. He was just sitting on the couch.
Okay. What does the house look like at that time?
He moved out the house, but the house was little. Only had one bedroom, and the kitchen was in the living room. Okay, so this right here, this is the living room. The kitchen is right here. His bedroom leads all the way, back here, and then the bathroom's across from him. And then, he has a TV over here, and then there's a couch where he's sitting at.
So, what type of house was this?
It was an apartment. It had a pool.
Had a pool?
Mm-hmm.
Apartment?
It was like a multi-story apartment, like with stairs. Like it wasn't like when you go in, like it was an inside building apartment.
Okay. It was an inside building apartment.
Well, it wasn't, but it was like outside. You had to go up the stairs, multi-stairs, and.
Okay. So when you went with him, you said that he went and took a shower. You never went anywhere. So what happened, or what did you all do at his house?
I mean, he took me to his bedroom, and he just let me play his PS4. Because he had his son's PS4 in his bedroom because his son, his daughter, and his wife were sleeping in the same room because, they couldn't really afford a house like that, so.
Okay. Was anyone else there at the house?
Yes, sir. His house was completely empty. No one was there with him.
Okay. When he took you into his bedroom, you played the PlayStation. What else happened after that?
He left out the room. First, he got him a pair of clothes. And then he went to the living room. And I don't know what happened. I guess he sat down. And I guess he was on his phone. He fell asleep on the couch with the same clothes on. Because when he came to pick me up, he was sweaty. He said he had got off work.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I heard you when you said that when you was in the bedroom, he went and got some clothes.
Yes, sir.
Was at that time when he was in the bedroom with you, did he have clothes on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so after that, you said he fell asleep
on the couch.
On the couch. How long did you stay over there?
For about 2 to 4.
Okay. Do you remember what time he picked you up?
At 8 to 10 a.m.
Around 8 to 10 that morning. Okay. What happened after he fell asleep?
He woke up. Well, I woke him up because his alarm went off because he had to go back on duty. Because when I looked around, I saw his little, tool belt, his police uniform, his laptop, his car. I saw his little gun belt stuff, so I woke him up because it was like 3:59, so I woke him up, and he woke up and took me back home.
Okay. Mama, you want to say something?
I'm trying to figure out when did he come get you at 8 in the morning. I think it was a little bit later than that because he has stayed over at Officer Star house. Sometimes he didn't bring him home to like 11:30 at night. Okay. And I'll have to ask him, like, what's taking you so long to bring him home? Because he got stuff to do the next day. And he told me he's running late. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I think it was a little bit later in the day than that because he would usually come get after work.
Okay. So how many times have you been over to Officer Scott's house?
Around 2 times until he moved out that house. He had somebody with him, and he came to pick me up. And there was another kid he was mentoring. And the kid told me the same story I just told you. Because he did the same thing with him. He fell asleep on the couch, and they never went anywhere.
Okay. When you hung out with Officer Scott, Has anything else happened other than you all playing the PlayStation? And I'm okay.
No.
Okay. And I see you have a certain look on your face. I just want to reassure you that you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to, you had a look of doubt or whatnot. So, I just want to know the truth. Has anything else other than you playing the PlayStation happened when you was at his house?
I mean, after that time, I went to his old house. I helped him move out that house to a little house, but it was kind of like in the country, though.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like a mobile home.
A mobile home, okay.
And that time when I helped him move, he said he had to move again to, I think, houses down from us, on the street from us.
When you hang out with Officer Scott, did you like hanging out with him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Has it ever been a time that you did not want to hang out with him?
No, sir.
Okay. When you were with Officer Scott, how many total times have you hung out with him?
About 3 times, maybe. No. 4 times, because I don't remember. It was kind of it was a school day, and he came to pick me up. It was Sunday, and I was about to go to school the next day. He came to pick me up.
When you hung out with Officer Scott, has there been things good that you like that he's done with you?
Yes, sir.
What are some of those things?
Like, he would take me to the mall. He would take me and this other kid that he had with him to a barber shop, and sometimes to his house.
Okay. Has there ever been anything that has bad or inappropriate that you didn't like that he has done in all the times you hung out with him?
No, sir, not that I know of.
What do you mean that you know of?
I mean, I haven't really hung out with him that much. So I don't know if he hasn't done anything bad to me. Not that I know of. I know he hasn't done anything bad to me.
Okay. Can you tell me about some of the good things? Have you ever hung out with another male together with him?
He was this kid he was mentoring. And that was that time. We took us both to the mall to get our haircuts.
Okay. Good things happen with you all together?
Yes, sir.
Anything bad happen with you with someone else? Or inappropriate? Has anything bad or inappropriate ever happened to you when you was with someone else? When you was with the other male?
No, sir.
Okay. How would you describe Officer Scott?
I mean, he's cool. He's funny. He's a busy man. He's a hard-working man. He's actually nice.
You say he's actually nice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I have to ask this question right here.
Yes,
and I ask this all the time when Mom is here.
Yes, sir.
Would it be any chance something you would want to talk to me about that you may be uncomfortable talking to me about because your mom is in here? It's okay to say yes or no. She's not going to be mad either way.
I mean, yes, but kind of not about the situation.
What's that?
Huh?
You said kind of yes and not about what now?
About the situation. It's not about Mr. Scott, but it's about what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing.
Okay.
Because I live in a bad neighborhood. So.
Okay. When you say what you've been seeing, as far as what?
Like, guns on Instagram.
Okay. Okay.
This is just my first time hearing that he's been in his bedroom. But that kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. Because I didn't know he took you into his bedroom to play the game. Anything as a adult, because you're a child, should have put it in the living room where it's suitable. It's not suitable for you to be in his bedroom. I'm not going to say kind of, but it did rub me the wrong way. That's why I'm sitting here like that. Because I'm just now finding it out. You know, I'm going through the same thing with my daughter. So now I'm actually questioning the visits that you guys had. You know, it's just not sitting right with me.
Okay.
So I'm wondering.
Is it, now I'm going to go back to what I was saying earlier. Is it anything you want to talk to me about with me and you one-on-one with that? Your mom, with her permission, do I have permission to talk to him one-on-one?
I can step out.
Okay. Mama, look at Mama. She's not mad at you.
I'm not mad at you.
She just wants you to be straightforward with me. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I can step out so you guys can talk.
Okay. Okay. Obviously, you see that your mom, she has some concerns, whatnot, with you being in the bedroom. And the reason why I have you here, you know, one-on-one, I can see your demeanor. We're looking kind of uneasy, and she's giving me permission to talk with you. Is it anything that you need to tell me about that wasn't, you know, we talked about things that you say were good, that you liked, that happened at Officer Scott's house, and then you talked about things, and then I came back and asked you, do you, has anything bad or inappropriate happened at the house? Has anything inappropriate or bad happened at his house?
No, sir. When I was in his bedroom playing the game, he mostly just stayed in the living room, slept in the living room till it was time to go.
Okay. Anything else happen?
No, sir.
Okay. Has anything inappropriate happened with you when you wanted it to happen?
No, sir.
You said no. Okay. All right. Sometimes with my job, I talk to children about good touches, bad touches, and things like that. They taught you that in the school, right?
Yes, sir.
What grade did you learn that in?
I learned that in second or first. I learned it, from my parents, and then I learned it in second grade, I think.
Okay. What are some forms of good touches?
Like a touch on the shoulder.
Touch on the shoulder.
Kind of like a, touch on the hand, like shaking hands.
What are some forms of bad touches?
Like touch in, your uterus or, your backside.
The uterus, the backside. Okay. Have you ever received good touches from people?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who are some people you got good touches from?
Like, friends, family.
Friends, family, okay. Has there ever been a time you ever had bad touches done to you?
No, sir.
You said no? Okay. All right, I know you've answered a lot of questions for me. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir. I actually have one big question.
Mm-hmm.
What am I actually here about? What am I actually here about?
Okay. You're here because Lieutenant Whitlock and Lieutenant States are there investigating incident. I know that Officer Scott has been to your house. He's been to your house on a call before, and as a result of him being on the call, we were aware that you all hang out, and basically what we're trying to discover is just to get a feel for what all happens when you all hang out. That's all. And that's why I was asking you a series of questions, getting a feel for you, what all has happened when you all hang out, spend that time when he's not at work, and to make sure nothing bad happened, when you hung out with him. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions or statements you want to give me?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Going to pause the interview right now, 3:56, just for a moment. I'll be back. Back in with Dwayne. Time is 4:01. In with his mom. I know that you've answered a lot of questions, and I'm almost done. When you went over Officer Scott's house, has there ever been a time, do you all eat?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you all eat?
Like, I remember one time I ate a bag of chips. And this is when his wife and his kids were here.
This is with his wife and kids? And what about drink?
Yes, sir. I haven't drunk over his house.
What do you drink when you go over there to eat?
I haven't drunk anything when I go over his house.
So you just eat food?
Yes, sir. Like, the only thing I had when I first went over there was, a bag of chips.
Okay. So no water, no soda,
No, sir.
no alcohol.
No, sir.
Okay. You ever had alcohol before?
I mean,
Mama gonna promise not to get mad at you.
I've had it, but that was when I was with my real dad.
Okay. So Officer Scott never gave you any alcohol,
No, sir.
nothing that's illegal for you to have anything.
No, sir.
Okay. And these are just baseline questions.
Yeah.
These are just questions I have to just filter to go now. So you just had snacks and you ain't never had nothing to drink over there.
No, sir. I mean, they've offered me something to drink, but
Offered you what?
like, water or soda
Okay.
or juice.
Okay. You say they, who is they?
His wife or him.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Interviews ending.